Well, this is the first jump of the year. Is it still April?
And all that life memory.
So we had helped disassemble a 100-year-old barn that was caving in and harvested a lot of the beautiful old wood that we planned to use throughout various projects at our countryside home. The first of which would be the basement we just gutted, but a few hiccups were hindering our progress there. And with all the sunshine and new life, it was impossible to stay cooped up inside anyways. The wild rush of spring was upon us, and the gray earth was slowly turning green. And though the rivers were still a little high, I couldn't help but try, as being streamside on spring mornings like this is my favorite form of meditation. Turns out the beavers were working the spot and planting a lot of underwater snag sticks. It seems these past few years have been the rise of the beavers around here. And after peaceful mornings out and about, we continued getting that basement empty and bone dry. And there was more rot through the exterior walls, and more surprises were popping up behind the old insulation. And my good friend Jared dropped us off some topsoil so Allie could bring to life her herb garden, where she'll grow many of the ingredients for her natural Etsy products. And we decided to build a stone wall to retain the garden and make that little back road look timeless. But while scooping from the pile, my old tractor met a tragic fate. And all the while, spring was blooming bigger and brighter by the day.
Harp, what you got there? I'm excited for this. This is the newest addition to our home backup power. This hasn't been released yet, so they've only given me a little bit of info about this thing. They're actually hosting a live stream on, I think it's a Thursday, May 15th, where they're gonna give all the details about this. I'll be tuning in. You can learn everything about it, but for now, I'll just give you the few details that they gave me. So this is the Jackery SG Home Power 3000. This has just over 3 kilowatt hours of power, which is massive, especially when you see in person how small it actually is. And it can output 3,600 watts. You'd be very surprised to learn how many different appliances and devices something this small can support. Unlike your traditional fuel generator, this thing is completely quiet, and they even got a patent for their zero drain technology, so it will always be there for you. If you have any questions at all, or even remotely wondering about home backup power, you gotta tune into this live stream. You'll get the whole rundown on how these products work. The live stream will be hosted right on Jackery's main website. I'll put a link to it below in the video description, and I'll also have another link where you can reserve the Home Power 3000 and get an early bird discount. So thank you to Jackery for sponsoring this video, for constantly supporting this channel and making this all possible. And now back to the story.
And then we headed southwest to bring to life a dream that Allie had been brewing for multiple years.
You're kidding me? Are you kidding me? The back roads. Like, how often are you going to be in a neighborhood like this?
She wanted a good old machine for her own adventures and projects, and she found one for a great deal. So we had a fun, spontaneous drive and stayed somewhere outside Philadelphia before driving in tandem the long way home. And having known this feeling very well, I was so excited for her.
We never topped the oil off.
I would just get ready to see that.
Before the end of the
And then came the day Jared and I got trapped in a rainstorm and decided to embrace being soaked. No brakes!
It's a river bum in the wild.
Tell me secrets, power of words. Tell me stories,
looking at the funny thing.
Machines can change your life. They can do so much for you. But the more engines in your life, the more maintenance. And in between all the more structured projects, I was working on the trails on our land and keeping my chains at the ready.
Oh! This was a different chain than I thought. I thought that was a small one. Apparently not. Okay, that's good. So wait a second, what's this? I got a brand new one of these?
So then you
Yeah.
have a place to sit, you know,
Yeah.
like this. Then you
Right, I didn't grab the super wide ones because I didn't think we were doing double. Harper! If she starts singing that, I'm gonna have to get her out. Look
see
at
even something.
This is gonna be so cool.
I guess so. I'm starving.
Have to be prepared that, you know, maybe it does take a lot longer than you anticipated. Maybe it takes a full day for something, but like the important part is that it gets done right, and then you don't have to worry about it for some of the things for multiple years, but at least a full year.
And as I saw how quickly our stone stash was diminishing with one little wall, I headed to the quarry to meet my good friend John and replenish it.
Not much, baby.
Giving ourselves some fine ass stones.
This is nice.
Anything you-
Long, skinny I need.
Long, skinny, whatever you need, but just make sure it's coming out with the perfect technique and stuff like that.
Yep.
That one, that's not too big there. I'm just gonna pick what I can see that's perfect, and you just be like, nah, if you don't want the piece.
We overloaded her a bit, so we had to take some out. But I had a good stash, and it was great to see John after a while apart.
You didn't bring your fishing pole.
Carry chicken downstairs. So out your scalp and all that life memory, you had nothing.
Thought maybe you would help me with the next one,
Yeah.
just to make sure that it's perfect. But just
Hold on.
And while the weather was nice, the little outdoor projects pressed on, as I was dying to get our whole yard and driveway area cleaned up. But unfortunately, that meant making it messier first, as more drainage was needed and other foundational work for the upcoming transformations. And here and there, a to-do gets done. Ta-da. And on one early morning, one of my best friends I hadn't seen in many months rolled in.
Right there, huh? Freshly mowed.
Just made it for you.
Thank you. It's so nice.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you took it.
And he took it. He took the behind the wheel deal. So I got this and then in back. So how to do it comes with these.
Whoa! So how did you end up on this truck?
Well, I went to look at a Ford F-250, a 6.7, the diesel.
What?
And it was too much. It was $22,000. And
So it was like older.
it was older, like for what I needed, that just wasn't gonna be right.
Might I add?
So that's not, they don't all smell the same.
Just to be clear.
And that's why it's more exciting for a cat. It's variety.
Not to use that.
Many of them.
Most furniture.
No framing nails. Not a lot of white oak framing nail projects.
Not very good.
There's no way.
I can't do smells.
That's its defense mechanism.
Really?
Smells like sauteed mushrooms.
But like that, no bad.
Bad something.
But do you get that whiff?
No.
Like that meaty?
Oh, I guess kind like that.
Anyway.
Now that you say that.
Yeah. I was smelling it throughout the day and she was like burning some sage, thought it was like something to do with that. But then
It's the pear tree.
it's the pear, it's that beautiful tree.
It smells like sauteed and cat litter.
10W40 or 30? 10W40, that's the best.
That's the best crow sandwich you can
I wish I had better gear. Homemade rye, salt, pepper, crow, and Castrol JCM.
Hunter brought a few really nice saws, and we made great progress on the trail system and had a lot of fun doing it.
to say the very least. And I won't say more. I won't. Because it goes without saying. Do you have log chokers yet?
Log choker?
I don't think so. Should we do this brush pile?
Yeah. Probably in. And driving back. Driving back and forth. It's so cool, like. And then you just have a trail. It's really nice.
And while we had a beauty of a day, we were told at 2 p.m. everything would change.
The rain's just starting. This is not good. What's up, Luce? Hey Tootsie.
It is. It's so small. But then there's those 2 side rooms where they intake some people. It was,
I haven't been there.
so it was like these 2 tiny rooms.
Tundras. Basically, like what I want to get is a Toyota Tundra 2009.
Really?
And take the bed up and put a dump body in it, please.
Just get a dually truck. Why does that have to be a Toyota Tacoma?
No.
You can't run a dump body on a gas truck. That'd be crazy.
On a Tundra?
Yeah.
That's the thing is, you get one with 260 on it, and you get the diesel inlay, which is going to be a 4-cylinder, underpowered thing that's going to have plenty of load.
They don't. Speaking of diesel, they don't make what diesel? Toyota doesn't make a modern diesel for. Huh?
Kubota does in the end.
Put a Kubota diesel in a Toyota Tundra.
That's what they do. That's what they do over in like Egypt and shit. Are you smoking my ass?
You're smoking my ass.
I love you smoking my ass.
Shot beers?
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. So hey, how about them stones? They're gonna work out perfect for you?
Yeah, they're nice stones.
Alright, so the trick is now, get a bunch more ships.
Bunch more shims?
Yes, $90 a ton.
I might come get another 2 pallets and then throw the shims on top like we did that first time. Alright. I'll talk to you in the next couple of days then.
Alright, love you, bye-bye.
Love you too, bye.
I say I love you, you don't say it back.
You've never said it.
It's relatively controlled, but not
Relatively.
not completely.
It was relatively controlled.
Right.
And this next weekend, the river's gonna be insane. We're supposed
After
to
this
get
whole
rain
week.
all week.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
This is the moment we're talking about.
And so it was shaping up to be a spring to remember. A good balance of adventure, time with friends, and progress on the dream. When you have a lot of goals and feel like you have a lot on your plate, it's easy to get tunnel vision. But the richest life is one full of friendship and spontaneous little moments that turn into lifelong stories. Time is fleeting. There's a million things you want to get done so you can finish the dream and bask in your nirvana. And while getting there will feel amazing, it's the journey too that you'll talk about forever. So say yes to the people you love. Make them a part of it, and opt to be a part of their dream as well. Share the load, share the fun, share the adventure. That's what this spring has reminded me to do.
So good.